ex-hoe, that's cool. I don't give no little nigga. Cause I your ex when you was still with a
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea.
The light-skinned boys was standing on business tonight. First it was Drake, then it was CBZ going at Quavo. Now I'm not going to play the whole song, but I'm going to play some of these very devastating punchlines from an R&B singer, Chris Brown. Let's check it out.
You fuck my ex-hoe, that's cool. I don't give no fuck, little nigga. Cause I fucked your ex when you was still with a bitch. Stop talking about beating girls. You was beating bitches on the elevator. We seen the taste, that's devastating. Fashion week, they set me next to your lame ass. I was truly mad.
All right, so obviously, the most devastating line in this song is when Chris Brown reveals that he smashed Saweetie while she was still with Quavo. Now, my first question to the audience, for $1,000, do you believe CB hit Saweetie? Because I remember it was some rumors that Saweetie was doing the Megan Thee Stallion challenge, okay? Y'all remember Megan said, I was too loose with the coochie. I remember hearing Saweetie was with James Harden and a whole bunch of other niggas. And if she made her way down to Houston with James Harden, I wouldn't be surprised if she made her way to LA to CB. And I'm not judging that queen. I'm not judging Megan. I told y'all. When these females get famous, they got a hit list just like the men. It's a lot of y'all. If y'all get famous right now, you going straight after Ruby Rose. You going straight after Quayla Ray. You going straight after Ice Spice. Tell me that's not facts. So it's the same thing with females. They grow up looking at Drake and Chris Brown and all these other dudes and these rappers they think it's so cool. And they hopping in the DMs. They popping that coochie like it's no tomorrow. Now, remember, why this beef is supposedly going on? Because I did hear that Quavo and Chris Brown had a long-standing beef before this, but Quavo is now supposedly smashing Karrueche. Okay? And that's why Chris Brown is jumping out the window, because anytime anything has to do with Karrueche, Chris is jumping out the window. Now, keep in mind, I need y'all to keep this in mind. The second line is when Chris Brown talked about,
stop talking about beating girls. You was beating bitches on the elevator. We seen the taste, that's devastating.
We seen the tapes, that's devastating. Do y'all remember when Saweetie was scrapping with Quavo in the elevator over the PlayStation 4? I don't even think it was a PlayStation 5 at the time. I think the PS4 was out. And they was going back and forth. Because, you know, in Quavo's diss, he was trying to bring up the whole Rihanna situation. So Chris Brown came back and he said he should have mentioned you was scrapping over the PS4. See, Chris, that would have really hit the nigga. You was scrapping over the 2K, nigga. You was scrapping over some VC. See, if you got those type of rumors, you can't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see no tape of Chris Brown. We saw that tape, Quavo, and some people might say it wasn't that crazy, because I don't think that tape was really that crazy with Quavo and her wrestling over that PlayStation. But he was a little aggressive, okay? And if you know you got shit like that going on, you can't be pointing the finger at another nigga. And I get it. You know, Chris Brown, he had to pay his dues to society. I know some women, till this day, they will never forgive Chris Brown. But I'm going to tell you this, all the girls who still talk about that Rihanna and Chris Brown situation, I will bet my last dollar that they will still pull up to a Chris Brown party. They will still smash Chris Brown. They will still choke and deep throat all over CB. And then go home and say, you know what happened with Rihanna, but you still playing the albums. You still listening to the music. And I remember the day I started feeling different about that situation. It wasn't when Rihanna went to the Lakers game with Chris and they sat courtside. It wasn't then. It was when Chris Brown said Rihanna was coming back to have threesomes with him and Karrueche. That was the day I said, she didn't just forgive him in public. She forgave that nigga in the bedroom. She gave that nigga access to the coochie. I couldn't believe it. That was the only forgiveness that Chris needed. I think that shit set his spirit. He started hitting Rihanna again. That nigga started dancing and crump dancing again. Remember, after the Rihanna situation, that nigga couldn't even dance right. He couldn't hit a two-step right. He couldn't moonwalk to save his life. That nigga got access to Rihanna's coochie. That nigga started singing again. That nigga started hitting them high notes. That nigga started doing that long spin. You know what Michael Jackson used to spin for a long time? Nigga just keep spinning. He got his magic back. It was like Jordan when he touched the basketball in Space Jam and he got his powers back. Rihanna had that nigga powers. She gave him back because he gave Rihanna his powers with a couple of them punches and she gave it back with the coochie. That's just what I think. But, you know, it was a valiant effort from Chris Brown. Am I impressed overall? No. Would I probably be more impressed if that nigga Drake didn't just put out some lyrical venom fire? If y'all didn't go see that video, nigga, I don't know what you're doing. Would I be a little more impressed if Drake wouldn't have just dropped? Probably a little bit more, but still overall, you know, it's hard for me to listen to Chris Brown rap. And I'm not saying he can't rap. He raps really good for an R&B singer. But it's you know, it's like cute. It's cute. It's cute. He got a little back and forth with Quavo, you know. They you know, he hopped on a track. He an R&B singer. It's cute. But is it like really like, you know, like it did what it was supposed to do. How about that? It embarrassed Quavo. And it had people saying, "Ooh, Chris Brown." You know, the Chris Brown fans, they gonna stand behind him. It was cute. Now, do I got a couple of other R&B niggas who I think could rap better than Chris? Yeah, I do. You know, to keep it on the subject of hurting females, I think Trey Songz is a decent rapper. I might take him over Chris. A lot of y'all don't know Frank Ocean is a really good rapper. And my number one R&B singer / rapper is Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino really got raps, but people tend to gravitate to his singing more than raps. But that nigga can spit. If you never heard Because of the Internet, nigga, you know, you missing out. That was one of my favorite albums of all time. But like I said, this was cute. Let me know what y'all think about this. And do you believe that Chris Brown and Saweetie got it on? I will see y'all next time. Peace.